Scaling your lawn business. I'm going to talk about a few things today, mistakes that I made that I don't want you to make as you scale your business. Hi, my name is Wayne Voles. I started Profits Unlimited in 1990 to help commercial lawn and landscapers earn what they deserve. And when you start to scale your company, and I remember that specifically myself when I was just a very small one truck operation and decided I wanted to grow into something different. I want to share some of the ideas that I had that helped me turn my business from having 9 residential accounts to being rated as a top 10 small business by Landscape Management Magazine. Number 1, I think the most important thing that you can do is to pick a lane. What I personally did was tried to be everything to everybody versus something to somebody. And by running around this racetrack, if you will, with my arms wide open, from grabbing people on the inside lane to go all the way to the outside lane and running around that track trying to scoop everybody up, the reality of it was I wasn't being much of anything to anybody other than I was creating a lot of busy work. Another mistake that I made was trying to grow too fast. Be sure that you don't get these grand illusions of, man, I'm a one truck operation now and I want to be a 4 truck operation a year from now and I want to double and double and double. The reality of it is it's easy to double your business when you're small. But as you say go from 30 accounts to 60 accounts to 120 accounts, you're not always going to want to maintain that pace of doubling or quadrupling, even though I've talked to quite a few companies that that's where they want to be. The reality of it is, as you start to grow and you're seeing the growth that you want, be sure not to grow too fast because your systems, your policies, your procedures need to stay in place and stay ahead of whatever that learning curve or growing curve is. You want to stay on pace with the growth projection that you've got so that your policies and procedures can stay on pace and the new implementation of technologies and software and efficiencies have time to keep up with your growth. A few things that you need to have in place. You need to have your commercial insurance in place. You need to have your work comp in place. You need to have a business banking account in place. You need to have software in place. And you're like, man, I can't afford that software. The reality of it is you can't afford not to have the software because the software is going to help you with your CRM. It's going to help you with your invoicing. It's going to provide easy ways for your customers to pay. Bottom line, it's going to free up hours. And time is the most valuable asset we all have. Another thing I want you to think about as you begin to scale your company and something not to do is when the phone rings and it's that potential account that says, hey, I've got 5 properties or 10 properties or whatever the number is, it doesn't matter. What matters is don't put all your eggs in one basket. And as old as that saying is, companies will continue to fail year after year after year because that lure or that carrot that's hanging out there from that client that calls and says, hey, I've got multiple properties or I've got one property and it's huge, and you try to figure out how you can make that work and man, this is really going to help me grow my business. It may help you grow your business from a gross dollar standpoint and potentially even a profitable standpoint. But what I want you to do is not ask yourself, are you big enough to do it? But are you big enough to lose it? Don't make the mistake that many companies before you have made of putting too large of a percentage of their income into one account. Because what happens is that account becomes the driver of your business or the driver of the bus, as I always say. And then it's, Hey, I need this done. You drop everything, you go do that for them. And then all of a sudden, one day somebody comes by and snatches that account right from underneath you. And you got to ask yourself, damn, why'd I do that? Why'd I put why'd I put 30% or 40% of my gross revenue into one account? Don't position yourself for failure like that. And last but not least, on the things not to do, is as you do see your business growing a little bit, don't let your ego get in the way of your success and profitability. I've seen that happen to many contractors in my 46 years as a commercial lawn and landscape contractor. Hope this helps. Be sure to subscribe below, and we'll see you next time.